Good morning. I'm about 30 miles away from where the wife was born. Good old Waynesboro, Virginia. Got unloaded. They got it done pretty quick this morning. Kind of a weird sleep schedule because it took them so long last night to get me loaded. It's a bunch of appliances and it was floor loaded, so they had to offload them by hand and then account for all of them, scan them all in. So it took them about 3 hours to unload this morning, but I just kept sleeping. Got there late last night, about 11:30 p.m. So kind of got woken up at 7 a.m. to put paperwork in and keep going. But we're back at it now. It's almost noon and coming back down 29. Beautiful up here. That's why I started the video here. It's so green right now, and nothing really up here. I had one load actually from Waynesboro, where my wife was born, down to Rockingham, which is like south of Charlotte, and I offered them 800, but they covered it for 600. So I mean, that's decent. 600 is okay to get back down, but I want something back a little bit better than that. So we'll see what we can get. But morning is up, or sun is up. It's almost noon. Probably get some food somewhere and keep coming down here. Let's get it going. Those two little emails right there are for C.H. Robinson. I have my one guy who really takes care of me when I'm locally around, but when I'm out here away from my home, I will email the person that signed the load is the person who has that account, so they have their book of business. That's their shipper. So I will email that person, and then I will go back to that same draft email format. When you're on the app, it'll just like let you plug in another one. So I will delete that guy's email and plug in my other two guys that I use, and just kind of see where they're all at, see if they're responding, because sometimes people are out of the office or they're sick, and that'll be their load and they're not even responding to emails, so you got to email on somebody else, and they can all look at the same loads, but one guy owns it. So this is just helping you out there to get responses quicker. And also, as you saw in that email, there'd be a discrepancy in price. Some broker agents come in with a different price compared to the senior account exec guys that are don't have to give a cutback, I guess. I don't know exactly how the pay system works, but some of the agents need to make a little more money to make their money. So you can see that in that email where it was a $150 difference, and I sent both those emails out about 30 seconds apart, and I got them back about a minute apart. So it wasn't like the load changed. So food for thought. Have not just one guy you work with or one girl. Diversify and have a couple of them, at least with C.H. Robinson, because not all of them are like this, but like Coyote, you can have the same way, where you can have a couple of broker agents or broker senior account people that you can email to and kind of see what's going on. JB Hunt does a little bit. I have a guy, but it really seems like they don't have as much pull. There's different offices for JB Hunt, like a Charlotte office, Tennessee office, and you have to have someone within that office to really have the pull. So if you're just using some other guy, like I got assigned a guy that checks in with me about how my JB Hunt app's doing, and if I want any other of their perks that they offer, like XM radio. But when I email them about a load, it's not very useful. So C.H. Robinson, though, it is very useful. So that's just what those two little emails are for, to show you. I emailed those guys at the same time, and they had a $150 difference in price. So email as many as you can, as many as you build a relationship with. And I'm going to get down this pretty countryside. All right, God bless. Do I really want to battle with JB again until they finally come up on the rate? I'm not sure. There was a load going from right here around Greensboro down to Charleston area of South Carolina. 2 drops in Charleston. It's called Somerville. And then going up to Aiken, South Carolina, which is kind of by Augusta. And then going all the way up past my house to Asheville area, Forest City, North Carolina. And this is what they did to deceive the carriers. They put 151 miles total miles, and then they put $800, so it showed like $6 a mile. And I was offering like 23, 22, and he made it a point to say, oh, it got covered for $10.50. I'm like, come on, it did not get. If it got covered for $10.50, then that poor soul, because you just wasted so much of your truck getting out there to North Carolina. But I'm gonna stop at my good old Sheets right here. I don't know if that was a turn or not, but I guess it is. No, I think I should have went one more, but I can still make it in here. Sheets right off 29 coming into Greensboro. They have such good food. I'm gonna get one of these burritos. But yeah, just the 4 stops and then putting it down as 150 miles. That's just the deceiving practices you're gonna come across out here. So go ahead and try to look through the whole loan before you start thinking it's a great one, which of course that one wasn't. And if someone did take it for $10.50, like, we have to do better, guys. That should be at least $1,500, because I said, okay, so what's the total miles? And he said 500, and I think it was 518 or 581. I think it was 518. So that's not great for 4 drops. I'm sure it was same day, but are you really going to make all the drops? What if one of them doesn't have, what if the forklift breaks, and you're stuck for the weekend with $10.50 in your truck and 3 more stops? So food for thought. But yeah, this Sheets is awesome if you ever come down here. The Sheets in general are pretty cool, but there's only a couple that can hold trucks. And this is one of them, off of 29. Always clean, always friendly people, and good food. Made to order food. All right, now, so I'm on the wrong side for sure. Can I get through over there? Yeah, I can get through. Just want to make sure there's no 4-wheeling cars around here. Probably thinking, what the heck's this guy doing? But I didn't know if there's an entrance right there. It looks like there isn't. Let's get back to the truck side and stop messing with all these cars. There we go. Yeah, there isn't an entrance. Huh. I guess you kind of have to come in that way unless you're coming northbound. Sorry, Mr. Car, that truck kind of blocked your road there. Take a nice turn around him. Get some food and battle JB for a little bit. I have T-ball practice today. Oh, I'm going to miss it. I just think it's time to make a little more money over, not that it's over my kids, but I need to be doing that instead of I need to make some money instead of doing T-ball. But T-ball will be on Saturday also, which will be great. We'll park here out of the way so in case anybody's trying to stay the night. One thing, if you think it might be a parking spot or it might not be a parking spot, all you guys in CDL school, look at the ground. If there is a bunch of oil deposits, then it's probably a parking spot. Which this one has a massive amount of oil spots. Pretty day though. Really don't want to miss T-ball, but I think that with the COVID-19 epidemic that everyone's scared about and going crazy with, it's probably time to make the best income you can while you can, because who knows what's going to happen next. Yeah, see all those oil deposits on the ground? That tells you some guys are parked here. I don't know why that guy's parked to the left over there, but maybe he was here from last night. All right, let me get some food. Take a little clip of my burrito. But yeah, just pay attention to these loads. It's a horrible practice to put 150 miles on 4 stops of over 500 miles just so someone thinks it's a good rate per mile. Not cool, JB, but hey, you guys give me some loads sometimes, so I can't be mad at you, but I wish the brokers were a little more non-deceiving. Okay, let's get some food. Man, was that burrito good. But it can be frustrating out here. This agent that I was just working with is the same one from yesterday that told me to stop offering on the loads she had. So I think she already had a bad taste in her mouth because of me. But I was offering again today on the same loads that were there yesterday that weren't covered, and the one that I had covered was no longer there, so there was still like 5 or 6 loads. And I emailed her directly, because now I had her direct email of the agent. I don't know, she doesn't seem like she's the senior manager or account manager, because normally they have that little sign at the bottom of their little footnote at the bottom of their emails, but she just didn't. She just had her name. So it was JB agent, I would believe it to be, that was in charge of these loads from NFI. Same thing, just offering. They came back and offered like 900. We were really like $200 off. I wanted 1,100 to go to like Chesapeake area again, where I was the other day, and I wanted 1,000 to go up to right where I just was. Same load, Charlottesville, but it was like 10 miles less. But I emailed her directly because I had her email because of the day before. Once you get the rate con that you get confirmed from the load, you get the contact information. So I knew it was her email. And I emailed her at 2 o'clock, 2:07, and said, hey, this is what I'll run it for if you need me covered again. I just ran it for you yesterday. No response. Crickets. I did that on like 4 loads. And then the load appointment times were up until 4 o'clock. So right when it got getting close to 4 o'clock, I kept counter offering, and her team or her, whatever, was counter offering. And it got close to got the 950 was the highest on one of them that I wanted to go for 1,100. But I never took it. And then right when 4 o'clock hits and the appointments expire, the loads automatically come off the app. And I get an email from her like 4:05 on 2 of the loads. And she said, yes, just covered these, thanks though. I mean, there's no tone in an email, but you can tell that she waited till they were off the board and pretended like they were covered. I guarantee they were not covered, and they'll be up again tomorrow, or they'll be up again next week. But it's just what they do. The brokers, the agents get mad when you don't conform to what they're trying to manipulate you to do, because you have no recourse. You have no look behind the curtain. They have all the control with the apps. They can make it disappear and kind of push you towards whatever load they need to have taken that day. So just remember that it's all smoke and mirrors. It's not whatever they say to you, take it with a grain of salt. There's no recourse for that for them. They can tell you every load in the world got covered except that one. If you want it for $500 when it should be about $1,200. So that's what happened today. Did not get a load. Came $150 away from getting one of them, but I would have been going back up again anyways. But the only thing that really sucks about that is that I missed my son's T-ball. They were playing at 6 o'clock, and if I didn't stop there and wait for that process of bidding on those loads to get one, because they wait till the last minute of the appointment, and then they could extend the appointments, and they actually did extend one of the appointments till 6 o'clock, and I bid on it again, and they just rejected it right away. Like, they just take it personal. I understand they're trying to make money too, but yeah, you have loads, you have a customer, to take your margin down to as low as you can, and the person with the truck, the asset, give them the money, because they're the ones that have to maintain their truck and be away from their family. So that's food for thought for today. It is what it is. It's the trucking industry, but I'm going to head home. I'm only 130 miles from home. I was like 170 back when I was waiting on loads. So my truck's getting pretty good fuel mileage right now, so I'm not worried about it. It feels like $1.80 a gallon. But it does suck for not making money today, but I'll be home, and I love just being able to bid on loads from my house, because I really don't care if I get one or not. So it gives me even more power to just be like, no, call me if you need me. And I tried to get down today. The industry's kind of flawed in that way. Like, this customer could have that product. It was going to Lowe's, and it's appliances, refrigerators, dishwashers, all kinds of different nice ones. And that could be at their customer in the morning for the weekend, but because of a broker or brokerage that wants to keep a bigger margin, it's not. So that's frustrating, but that is the industry. So I'm going to sign out. I'm going to edit this video and get it out to you guys. Thank you so much. We're almost at 9,000 subscribers. So each and every one of you guys, we truly appreciate it. It's amazing. We'll definitely have Saturday Night Live again. I'm going to try and get a load tomorrow that's picking up somewhere around the house and delivering Monday somewhere else, not really far, but hopefully another Florida. Maybe I'll come back up here to the Northeast, but maybe I'll go to Tennessee. So Saturday Night Live, could count on that. If you're bored on a Saturday and want to tune in at 9 o'clock Eastern, we shall do it again. We'll probably do more for that Nintendo system. I love it. Play some of that. Maybe we'll play some more Connect 4 and answer some more questions. Just Truck and Wife has a bunch of great emails you guys are sending, so thanks for those emails. We'll address those. I'll be more in tune this time to answering questions and being with you guys. Sorry, I just had my brother come in that day, the night before, real late after he got off work, so I was more involved in hanging out with him. So we'll get this going. I'm going to stop ranting, edit this video, get it to you guys, and just don't get frustrated with these brokers. Is my last two-word advice. They're trying to make a living too, but with the asset, which is yourself, it doesn't ruin your day, but like, it could have happened. The product could have got moved and $150 off, and it's sitting at the dock still, and they're going to go home to their family. I'm going to go home to my family. And then if they need me tomorrow around in Greenville, one call away. All right. Take care. God bless.